On demand, all in one place.
We are back on Get Up. The Lakers in Indiana last night. Hey, Monica McNutt, you know we call people multi-hyphenate?
Mm-hmm, it's true.
Caitlin Clark last night, she was a licensed photographer. She's credentialed. She's taking pictures. And she's going to want a picture of this. Look at LeBron James with the right-handed slam in traffic.
Put it in the time capsule. Hope you got that moment. I mean, he just continues to defy what is normal for his age.
Luka Doncic, at any age, that's a pretty tough shot.
Yeah, man.
The Lakers open a 14-point lead. Luka would score 21 in the first quarter.
Yeah, he just continues to be on an incredible scoring streak. I mean, he's put this Lakers team into a conversation where you're kind of like, are they legit?
Watch LeBron's left hand. Watch the left hand. Look at him. I mean, look, at 41 years old, fighting through traffic, throwing it down. Lakers by 24 after the foul shot. We're still in the first half. The Laker lead is 21. It's Luka. He had 28 in the first half. Lakers just completely dominating. Now, 2 minutes before the half, I want you to watch what LeBron does here. Okay, off a miss. Here's LeBron. Watch the traffic. There's three guys that fall at his feet, and looking down at him. Monica, that's disrespectful.
I mean, they have won 16 games, so you get it.
I guess it is. LeBron would score 23. Luka would score 43. He was just unstoppable on this night. He has been 11 consecutive games with 30 points or more for Luka, tying a career-high streak of its kind. And there's more. Luka, this was his sixth straight game of 30 or more on the road. That is the longest streak by any player since Michael Jeffrey Jordan in 1996. Bring me back my crew, Tim McMahon. So I'm old enough to remember, like, 3 weeks ago when people were telling me, oh, the Lakers, they're a poorly constructed team. They can't play any defense. They're not a legitimate factor
I said that.
in the Western Conference. I'm not saying any names. I'm just, I'm not pointing any fingers at people who said that. All of a sudden, what are we saying about Luka and LeBron and this collection of Lakers with 10 games to go in the season?
Yeah, and look, they've got the pecking order in place. Luka is on an absolute tear. He's a legitimate MVP candidate, leading the league in scoring efficiently. LeBron is thriving in that kind of backseat role with Austin Reeves riding shotgun. No question the Lakers have the firepower to make a deep playoff run. The question is whether the defense will hold up. They are defending well right now. I mean, last night they kind of mailed it in on that end, but it was the Pacers. Overall, they're defending well right now despite their personnel. They're doing it with a lot of smoke and mirrors. They're doing it with hustle and scheme. The question is, can that scheme stuff, can the smoke and mirror stuff hold up in a 7-game series against elite competition? That will define how deep the Lakers can go in the playoffs.
What do you think, JWill?
You know, Greeny, I agree with Tim, but I'll say this. You go out, you get a guy like Marcus Smart. There's been all this buying, like, when he was in the lineup, his plus-minus in this win streak is probably the best it's been for this team the whole year. DeAndre Ayton, getting him to buy into being a rim protector. I think a lot of this comes down to, and Tim, I saw you shake your head. That is questionable, right? It comes into JJ Redick and the schemes defensively. Like, and at the end of the day, defensively, those two pieces, the firepower operating at a prolific pace, and the scheme of JJ Redick will ultimately determine the ceiling of the Los Angeles Lakers.
So, McNutt, you're the expert. I'm just a fan. But I can see this. Dallas made an unexpected run to an NBA final with Luka Doncic a couple of years ago, and we thought this is the formula for Luka. We knew exactly what you need to put around him. This team is the opposite of that. Right? They don't have any of the things that team had. But this seems to be a little different. They have more ability to help him on the offensive end. It feels to me, just for observing it, like this mix is kind of coming together in a nice way.
In the regular season, Greeny, yeah, over a 10-game stretch. I take nothing away from the Lakers. I think they've been great over this stretch. Luka is literally in an 11-game stretch where he's averaging a half a point less than 40 points officially. But as I look at the standings, okay, maybe they get Houston. Well, in this instance, you seem to be a better clutch team than we've seen the Rockets be. We saw last night in terms of the Rockets. But after that, no, I'm not taking them over OKC potentially. I'm not taking them over San Antonio potentially. Like, no. And so I think the issues that we've seen are still very legitimate problems. And I would say this. Yes, Dallas gave us the formula. But Dallas was a team that didn't have to scheme, as Jay pointed out. They didn't have to coach that defense. Like, that defense was legit. Like, you had guys on the back end. Their job was to block shots and cover for Luka, point blank, period.
Right. And that's it. And this team doesn't have that. I'm sorry. I thought you were going to. I was just looking at the number here. The Lakers are pretty much locked into 3. Not for certain they won't get caught, but it seems unlikely. They're almost locked into 3. Houston is very likely to be at 6. Tim, you covered that team. You've covered Luka his entire career. Does this mix? I mean, he's playing right now at a level that is about as high as we've ever seen from him. I know it's only been whatever it is, this 10 games. We've seen him do this over the course of an entire season. What are you seeing in him right this minute?
I mean, this is who Luka is. He is arguably the best offensive player in the league. I mean, he is a scoring machine. He's a basketball savant. And when he is locked in, he can contribute on the defensive end, which we are seeing. He can be a defensive playmaker. He's big. He's got great instincts. He has great hands. Monica, look at the steals. Look at the playmaking. And JJ Redick will tell you, this is a team stat, not necessarily an individual stat, but when Luka is on ball, statistically, that's when the Lakers, he's the Lakers' best perimeter defense based on statistics. Again, that's about scheme behind him as much as it is about what he's doing on the ball. But the point is, they know how to protect Luka on the defensive end and how he can contribute on that end.
So let me just ask you this, McMahon, because you're in Dallas. I defer to you. I think you're right. Let me give Luka his credit for the effort that he's showing. But I remember when the conversation was that Luka just had to hold long enough for the help and the support, the scheme to do their thing. Is this Lakers team, in terms of scheme, help, and support, built as well as those Dallas teams, in your opinion?
No, and it gets back to what JWill was talking about. Can you depend on DeAndre Ayton to anchor a defense in a deep playoff run? Now, he did it during Phoenix's finals run. That was a long time ago, and there's a reason that he's on his 3rd team in the NBA despite being a #1 overall pick. Can DeAndre Ayton be a dependable defensive anchor? If he can answer that question in the affirmative, then the Lakers absolutely have a chance to come out of the Western Conference. There is plenty of reason for doubt.
Yeah.
Monica, I'm with you. I saw that look you gave. I saw
Yeah.
the look you gave, Monica. I'm with you. I'm like, I don't know if I trust in that.
I hear you, but.
And this may not be, Jay, the day for you to be giving a lot of nonverbal signals, to be totally honest with you, because where you're sitting just keeps getting darker and darker. I don't know where you are. One way or another, we'll try and get that figured out as we continue. Ooh la la! The Wemby show takes over in Memphis, but is the big baguette doing enough to close the MVP race? Oh, by the way, the answer is yes. He is the MVP, and we'll talk about it. Plus, Ty Simpson, his draft stock continues to rise. Could his future be in New York with the Jets? We suddenly have reason to say the answer is yes. You'll hear what that is next.
And in the taunting of the defenders, Lakers led 75-59 at halftime. LeBron, by the way, 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists. Luka, just so much of Luka. He had 43 points. It's his 11th straight game with 30 or more, which ties a career-high streak. The Lakers have now won 10 of their last 11. They get this one 137-130.
What did you learn about your team, if anything, Luka, just on this long 6-game road trip?
I didn't learn anything. We have good chemistry. We're fighting for each other. Didn't learn anything new. It was great from the start.
You get to 5-1. Can you kind of summarize the trip?
It was great. Luka scored a lot of buckets.
I beat him in one hole yesterday, golf.
He did, actually. He beat me in one hole yesterday. He made bogey. I made triple bogey.
Not gonna lie, I love those two. 6 straight road games for Los Angeles and 6 straight 30-point games for Luka. That is the longest streak since Michael Jordan did it back in the 1996 season, and he had 7 straight. So you had all